Now it's time for Straight on the Point with Jesse T from some undisclosed location somewhere in the world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Jesse T.
Well, it's good to be back with you. The Brown Beauty is back on duty. It's time for the Jesse T Show from, yes, an undisclosed location somewhere in Southern California. Could be in the high mountains, in the high desert, could be in the low ocean areas. It could be in your backyard or maybe your living room. You just never know where I'm going to show. It's me, Jesse T, on a Tuesday in Southern California. We had a great real estate show yesterday. Boy, if you guys were with me yesterday, you got to see me kind of get yelled at by an old client of 17 years ago. That was live, and I was just taking it like a submarine shooting torpedoes at a battleship. My goodness gracious, it was unbelievable. But you got to see me work the magic and turn that bad thing into a good thing by the time we ended up there. And we talked about some development and stuff like that. And by the way, I do want you to know that the Jesse T Show is brought by yours truly, the home selling team and the home loan pros. That's right. They're supporting the Jesse T Show. And you want to check them out at www.buy.jessetmrsold.com and www.seller.jessetmrsold.com. And of course, that's where you can find some great deals and become a hot buyer in the marketplace. There's a deal right now in Bakersfield, and for $79,000 right by the University of Bakersfield, you'll have an unlimited amount of great tenants because mom and dad have a financial involvement with their kids, keeping them in school and keeping them away from home. That's what they want to do. And so you can buy this with a little money down and have your son or daughter in there, or buy it yourself and rent it out to two students. And then from that point on, you have a 100% profit margin, pay for your mortgage payment, and put $400 or $500 in your pocket. And then you have the equity build up too. And it's a terrific unit, and we're liquidating that at $79,999. If you want to find out more information, go to one of our newest sponsors, the Home Selling Team and the Home Loan Pros, at www.buy.jessetmrsold and www.seller.jessetmrsold, or give them a call at 1-800-684-8699, as I remember that phone number. Good to have you along with us. I got some brand new glasses, as you can see. I think they're even. I don't know. Are they even on both sides of my face? Yes, I think they are. They look even. They feel even. Or are they kind of cockeyed like this? If they're cockeyed like that, I got to take them back. And the problem with these glasses, though,
the glasses are fine. It's your face that's crooked.
I got a crooked face?
Yeah. But the glasses are great.
Because I'm crookedly in love with you. Yes.
Get over it.
I got out of that one pretty good. Like I got out of the one yesterday pretty good. Oh my goodness. If you watched yesterday's real estate show, I was out there talking about 40 houses that I had built. And I went out to the development site after 20 years and kind of told the pits and falls and all that stuff we had to go through. I thought it was really interesting. And one of the owners came out, and boy, she just railed me. She worked me upside one down, side up the other, down one side up. Oh my goodness gracious. She kept this anger of me in her body for like almost 20 years. And I hadn't seen her in that long. And but it really wasn't me. It was the actual builder, because there were three of us. We had the land free and clear, and we had the financing and all of that stuff. We took care of the sales and all that. We was the main investor, and then he hired a general contractor. And this guy Modi was his name. He undercut his bid and got the deal, and he thought he could skimp on the supplies and materials and make it up that way. But I was like a watchdog, a bulldog on that, and he couldn't. And oh yeah, it was terrible. I fought him right from the beginning to the end, like 2.5 years. I was fighting this guy. I threw a 10-pound mallet at him one time. There, by the grace of God, I didn't hit him. But that was interesting. So, and we did offer them a 10-year warranty. and a 1-year home protection policy as well. So I don't know what went wrong there, but she, being the face of that particular development, she really came on me like gangbusters, and all that's kind of cool because I let it run on the Jesse T show, the real estate show. I just let it run so you guys could actually see some of the things that happen. Because someone asked me, "What do you do all day long? Do you sit around and do nothing?" And so I kind of gave them a little idea of some of the things that I do all day long in that part of my business life. So that was kind of fun. But today, we're bringing on some new people, saying hi to Dean Olson. Thanks a lot, Dean. Barry Burnett, fine real estate broker there in Burbank, California. Thanks a lot, Barry, for hanging out with us. We're talking the issues of the day today. Yes, I've got the really thick glasses on so I could see, and these are my driving glasses, a little bit thinner. The next pair of glasses I'm going to get one of those glasses where it goes driving, computer, and reading. Driving, computer, and reading, all in one. See, because I didn't want to get those because I wasn't quite sure, how my eyes were going to react to that kind of different magnification at different levels. They say you have to get used to that. And I never had that. So I just kind of went this old-fashioned way. But this old-fashioned way, I'm having to put the glasses on, take the glasses off, put the glasses on. And it's getting old real fast with me. What a day it's been in the history of the United States of America. Saying hi to Richard Shimomura, who has us on. Thanks a lot, Richard. Hey, by the way, we are on Facebook.com/Jesse Terrero every day of the week, Monday through Friday. And where we run the real estate show down on the real estate corner on Monday. Hey, Angela Capri, haven't seen you around. I'm watching your post-ups. Thanks a lot. You're doing a lot of good stuff. I like the stuff you're doing. Great actress, Angela Capri. So she's doing real well out there in Hollywood. Da-da-da-da, Hollywood. Yes, where magic is done and the fun in the sun. Yes, okay, Angela. Thanks a lot. And saying hi to Masaura Sakaura. Thank you, Masauma Sakaura. I like those Japanese names. Those are kind of cool. They got music to them. So yeah, it is on Thursday, by the way, just a programming note. I have a terrific film producer, Tony Boldy, coming in. Now, Tony goes back to when he was just a DJ. He does all the music for Paris Hilton as well when she goes out in her entourage. But he's also a fine movie producer. He's got about 5 or 6 projects funded and being made right now. And he is looking for talented actors and actresses. And he's going to be coming and talking about his projects. He's got some TV projects coming up, too. And we're going to be doing something together here on Hot 92.3thebeat.com. That's a music station that I'll be jumping on there on a Saturday night from 9 to midnight, playing the hits from the 80s and 90s. Party Time USA Saturday. It's a high energy show back on the air in Los Angeles, and a terrific website that has a big iconic value to it here in Los Angeles, Hot 92.3 The Beat. This is a major station here in LA for almost 20 years. And so, I have the opportunity now to join the website, though that station is not on the air anymore, and it's in that incarnation. But the website is still going strong, so that's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of things in store for them. Anyhow, Tony's going to be coming in, and we're going to be doing some stuff together there. Maybe we'll get Paris Hilton on. That's my goal here. But that'll be kind of fun, don't you think? So he'll be in on Thursday on the Jesse T Show to talk about all the goings on in Hollywood and looking for talent, and his I think he's going to be bringing in his fiancée. She's quite the producer, Cindy Varel. She's quite the producer herself. So we're going to have some fun. Tomorrow on Wednesday, Dan the Man, the Road Dog King, and I will be catching the vibe somewhere in Los Angeles in our fun kind of way. And then on Friday, we got Road Trippin'. And we've got a great topic, terrific, kind of Hugh Hauser-ish, done Jesse T style on the way. So what do you think about the beard? I was looking at everybody today, and everybody's growing this kind of, 3-day-old beard, right? This is like 2 days for me. But everybody's growing like this 3-day-old beard. And then they shave a nice line here, and they make it groomed up real nice. But they got to let it grow kind of a little bit. And I thought, well, I'm going to do that and see what that looks like. So what do you think about that? It's driving me crazy. I'll tell you that much. It's driving me insane. I'm like itching it. And the funny thing is, I got this little gray stuff growing right here. That's the funny thing. It's mind-boggling to me in a lot of ways that I got this gray stuff growing. Hey, thanks a lot, Angela Capri. She's saying she's loving the show and she loves the info and the vibe. And she's on set catching me. Hey, well, what are you doing on set? Let's give you a little plug. What are you doing? Maybe we should bring her on and see if she can come on and talk a little bit. Well, I have to get your agreement, Angela, to be able to hit this button and bring you on. You let me know. I'd like to know what set you're on and what you're doing. It's always cool to find out what people are doing around the entertainment business, that's for sure. But today, Bobby Bowden just checked in. Boy, they're checking in like mad. You can also check us out on Instagram Live, as well as Periscope live stream, LinkedIn. YouTube, we really want to build, guys, so we want you to get out there and start. It's a free subscription to YouTube, and I think I've got about 400 videos up there of all the things we've done, and I've got about 2,000 more to load. I'm loading everything up, going back in time and current stuff. I'm just loading everything up for your entertainment enjoyment, and it's a lot of fun loading that stuff up and seeing what people have gone on in their careers and what people have gone south in their careers, and all kinds of different topics, politics and the real estate and finance and entertainment and music and comedy and just all kinds of topics are being loaded up on the YouTube site. Lots of terrific shows there. In fact, I got an interview with Don King I'm loading up. You know, of course, Triple G won on Saturday. We were going to go to that fight. Saw a lot of friends of mine there. Daisy Lang was there. And I have an interview with her on YouTube. It's loaded up. Jamie Jones is checking in. Thanks a lot, Jamie. And so I got the JJ. Dan Hall, great guitarist up north, is checking in. The guy can play a lick on the stick, baby. And so I saw a lot of people there at the fights when I saw it last night on the replay of HBO. We did the press conference. That was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it out there on Saturday. Had some other priorities, the commitments that I had to live up to. Can only be in one place at once, that's for sure. Unless I do the 10-minute rule. I'll be there in 10 minutes, 10 minutes, no matter where you're from. That's an inside joke with Lee Baby Michaels, who's running the board and the engineer, and he's the IT guy. They're back at the studio as we broadcast live right here on Facebook.com/Jesse Terrero and on our radio format of the Global Radio Network of DSAW and the powerofvoices.com. Whoo! Easy for you to say, man. All right, let's talk about some stuff that's in the news today. Big news day, big news day. Ding, 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 ding. Big news day. Yes, my man, President Trump. I am an independent, but, I love the way the guy's, he's shaking some things up. I kind of like that. Of course, you know what happened today. If you don't, we pulled out of the Iranian nuclear deal that our last president had started and got us into. That was that big $1 billion payoff and the deal, the shenanigans deal, by which we have to cater to selling products and goods and services to Iran, and the rest of Europe still wants it. But, the way Europe's going, they just lay down on their bellies and stick their butts up in the air and wave them like they just don't care. They do. Europe is like laid down. They're laying down. Continental Europe, all those people, they just take it and take it and take it and take it. Europe used to be many nations that had some grit and guts, but boy, they don't have it anymore. They just let illegals in and destroy their society and whatever. And they wanted our esteemed president to stay in this nuclear deal, this Iranian nuclear deal. It just makes no sense to me. I'm going to play a little clip of why it makes no sense to me. And I'm going to turn up the volume here so you'll be able to hear with no sweat. And though I won't be able to see this clip, I want you to hear what our president said today. It's only about a minute long. Here we go.
I am announcing today that the United States will withdraw from the Iran nuclear deal. In a few moments, I will sign a presidential memorandum to begin reinstating U.S. nuclear sanctions on the Iranian regime. We will be instituting the highest level of economic sanction. Any nation that helps Iran in its quest for nuclear weapons could also be strongly sanctioned by the United States. America will not be held hostage to nuclear blackmail. We will not allow American cities to be threatened with destruction, and we will not allow a regime that chants death to America to gain access to the most deadly weapons on earth.
You know, I'll tell you something. Angela Capri said, "What makes you cry?" Oh, Lord help me. You know, there's a lot of things that make me cry, but we'll talk about that in a second. What makes me cry? Well, I'll talk about it right now. That Iranian nuclear deal made me cry, and this makes me happy. How could we ever do any kind of business and deal with a nation that says they want to obliterate Israel off the face of the planet Earth? They want to obliterate America and kill every American that they can on the face of the planet Earth. Death to America, death to America. I mean, for a nation and a people to capitulate and give them anything, that is the extreme sign of cowardness. Death to America, is that what you do to a bully? No, what you do is you face up to a bully and you say, okay, bring it, baby. We'll see who dies. Like Trump said, I got a bigger button than you. Okay? And he brought Korea to its knees by putting pressure on China, because China's not ready to really take on America yet. They will be, folks. They will be very soon. But they're not ready economically, and they're not ready militarily to take on America by themselves on a global basis. They will be, and we're going to have to face that demon very, very soon. Very soon. Within the next 5 to 7 years, for sure. All of the important scientists and military people and strategists are saying that, and economic people are saying that all around the globe. But they're not ready yet. And Russia absolutely is just a backwards nation. The thing that they have is nuclear weapons. Okay, that's what they have, of course. But other than that, you know, they can't keep an engine running for more than 25 minutes. So I don't worry about them. They export nothing. They have no income. But they have made a deal with China. So this is why China got on that little rocket boy, fat boy, you know, the Teletubby, there in North Korea. He got on the Teletubby because they said, wait a minute, whoa, you're going too far with this. We're not ready to deal with America in our face like this. And that pressure that Donald Trump did, and the world with the sanctions that we did on North Korea and China, and the imposing tariffs, which you haven't heard anything about because there really aren't too many tariffs that went on. It's called the art of the deal, guys. That's what he's doing. It's called the art of the deal. Okay, just read his 2 books. That's what he's doing. You want to know how to go to war? The best treatise you could ever read is Sun Tzu. It's about a 5,000-year-old treatise, Art of War. Okay, it's taught today in every military academy in the world, the art of war. Nevertheless, here's the point. China's not ready. So that's why, with our pressures and our political savviness and the art of the deal, we were able to force them and get what we want. And that's peace between North and South Korea. Even if it's just a little peace, even if it's just fabricated and it's not absolute, it's better than what we have, which is, you know, war. And nobody wants to do that because America will feel the brunt of it, because we are the protectors of the planet. I often said that, you know, we can't be the policemen of the planet. Well, I'm sorry to say we are. And, you know, what you want and what you get are often 2 different things. We are the protectors of the planet. Okay? So goes America, so goes the world. It's just that simple. It's been that way since America came on the scene, and did its might. Because in might, you're right. He who has a bigger stick wins. Okay? These are just cliches. But like Teddy Roosevelt said, walk silently and carry a big stick. Okay? You got to have two edges there. And that's what Donald Trump is doing. This Congress really isn't helping him. And these Republicans aren't helping him, which I can't stand. I can't stand these Republicans. They're all hypocrites. They're all just greedy rats in a cave. And I can't stand these Democrats either. They're the same thing. They're worse. Those two people together, oh my Lord, that's like the worst house in the neighborhood. You know, that's a worse house. And they're both cut from the same rock, and that's the rock of the almighty dollar and power. Because you know who owns them. Here's the pecking order, guys. The pecking order goes as this. It's you and me, the eons and eons of peons at the bottom line. That's the pecking order, number one. Number two, dos. For those of you who don't speak English, dos. For those of you who don't speak English, dos. For those of you who don't speak English, learn to speak English. Thank you. But also learn Spanish, Mandarin, French, and German as well. Okay? That's what I like about Melania Trump, man. That woman is so friggin' beautiful. She's so hot. And she speaks 5 languages. My gosh, I'm going to go macho man on you. Macho, macho man. I just got to be a macho man. Yeah, I'm going to go macho on you now. You know why? Because I just, when I talk, you know, look at, I'm sorry. This is what I can't stand about the Boy Scouts having to have Girl Scouts in them now be called Scout BSA. I wonder if the Girl Scouts are going to have Boy Scouts. Look it. I like that. Whoo, bingo. Bada bing, bada boom. Guys, I got it. I got it. Oh, forget the girls joining the boys. Let me be the only boy at 14 to join the Girl Scouts. Hey, when I was in high school, all the guys were taking metal shop and wood shop and mechanic shop. I know how to do all that already. They were taking print shop and they were taking Photoshop and they were taking all these shops, right? And I know how to do that already. So you know what I took? I took shorthand, home economics, sewing, right, and typing. Now, why do you think I did that? Why do you think the Brown Beauty on duty, who was on duty even in high school, why do you think the Brown Beauty on duty took all those shops? Because I wanted to become a stenographer? Because I wanted to learn how to sew? Because I wanted to learn how to type really fast? Because I wanted to learn how to take shorthand? Yes, of course I did all of that. Of course I did. I took those classes just for that. Of course I did. Oh, wait a minute. There may have been another reason. Well, there may have been another reason. Oh, yes, you feminists out there, and maybe you feminazis are not going to like what I'm going to say here, but I did take shorthand typing and sewing and cooking in high school and junior high school because I just wanted to be with the girls. And I knew that I was going to be the only guy in class. Yeah, man, I stacked the odds, baby. And all my buddies made fun of me. And I said, ho, 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 ho. That's what I said to the girls. Yeah. Come on, girls. Feel my body, baby. Junior high school. Let me teach you how to type fast. Here we go. Every man wants to be a macho man. Just have to find a body, always in the man. Jogging in the morning, go man go. Work out in the health bar, muscle and slow. You can best believe that he's a macho man. That he comes down with anyone he can. Ready? Hey, hey. be a macho man. I've got to be a macho man. Yeah. I've got to be a macho man. Yeah. I've got to be a macho man. Macho man. I've got to be a macho. But you know, I didn't know they were all homosexuals till 1980, and that song came out in '78. I had no idea. That's a funny story too. That's a funny story when I found out all these guys were gay. That's a funny story. I'll tell it to you someday. Anyhow, that's why I took all those classes, because I wanted to be the only guy in class. That's really what I took it, man. What a way to meet chicks, man. Hey, I told you, you feminists were going to hate my guts. I know. What can I tell you? I'm just a macho man, you know, but I'm not gay. So I'm like a heterosexual macho man. I'm not a homosexual macho man. I'm not gay, okay? I am gay, but I'm not gay. Do you understand what gay means? Gay means fun and happy and frivolous and carefree. That's what gay means. Oh, you people. It also means the other thing too. So anyway, okay. So this is what I'm saying here. Okay. Frankly, I don't even know what I'm saying. Got myself sidetracked. I have no idea where I was going with this. Yes. Oh, okay. There you go. And now I think I got it back. So I'm glad we're out of the Iranian deal, because that was a bad deal for the country, and in that respect, I'm glad we're done with it. Thank you very much, and thank you, President Trump, for doing that. Okay, I guess what I was going to say is the thing I like about him. This guy holds no words. He lets it fly. So he puts his foot in his mouth, but he does let it fly. And you talk about a very entertaining time we have in America right now. All right, so one of the other things that run hand in hand with this is the fact that Hillary Clinton is getting herself in more and more trouble. I mean, this Hillary Clinton Uranium One scandal, it may be treasonous. She is really got herself entangled in a web now, because it's all coming out. All of it's coming out. And this sale of this company that had taps into 20% of America's uranium, of which about half of that was shipped via Canada to Russia, is treasonous. See, America doesn't have an over gluttony of uranium. We don't have the corner of the world of uranium. We just about got the corner of the world on everything else, but not uranium. Okay, and so we have to collect that from around the world. And so a lot of that uranium, and that, which, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars went to the Clinton Foundation, in a nutshell, in a capsulization of this, and to sign these things off. And you are not telling me that the President of the United States of America didn't know something about this. That's pretty hard for me to believe. And if he did, then what kind of president was he that he didn't know nothing about? I know that was poor grammar. Didn't know nothing. He didn't know nothing. He did not know nothing. That's right. He didn't know nothing. That he didn't know anything about this. I mean, would you like a guy at the helm that doesn't know how to steer his boat? I mean, really? He's got a pretty smile and everything, and he speaks well, but he can't steer the boat. And so, especially on that issue, because what took place there is uranium left this country and went into Russian hands, which absolutely went to North Korea and Iran. And these are kind of disastrous, treasonous things that cause great pain in our nation. Okay, and we have to be very, very cautious. And unfortunately, the only caution that the Clintons wanted was caution into their pocketbook. And do you know some of the crimes that Clinton has committed? How about obstruction of justice? How about bribery and conspiracy? How about lying under oath? Destruction of records while under federal investigation. I'm not making this stuff up, guys. It's not that I don't like the Clintons. I don't like the Clintons. I never did. But, you know, hey, you respect the office. You respect what it took for them to get there, but not this way. Perjury, concealment of government records, lied about a video, left Americans to die in Benghazi, lied to Congress, silenced witnesses all around, sold arms to the... It's funny that all these key witnesses that get close to the killer Hillary Clintons end up dead. Sold it's a quinkadink. That's what it is. It's just a quinkadink. Sold arms to the enemy. You know, I'm just saying. Armed ISIS, which was called ISIL. Well, I never understood that ISIL crap that Obama came up with. It's ISIS, man. And you know, it was the CIA that created ISIS because the government's corrupt. And I'll do that pecking order in a second again. Received donations from foreign countries for political favors, money laundering millions through the Clinton Foundation. How can a daughter fresh out of college make $100 million a year running a billion-dollar foundation? Boy, she must be a genius and an IQ of 196. Enriched herself using foreign donations, using hate, like in the Haiti disaster. Unbelievable. Cover up for many of the husband's crimes against innocent women, and used all her power to silence them. Everything, every devious way, legal and illegal, to silence them, to keep her husband. Now that's a woman you want to have by your side, men. Someone who put it on the line for you. There aren't many women who'll do that. Well, she put not only him on the line, herself on the line, but she put the American public, and she's a woman. And she allowed her husband to rape women. I mean, really? What kind of woman is that? Stole $200,000 in furniture from the White House when they left. Travelgate, Chinagate, lies consistently, lies about health, lies about her husband, lies about taxes, lie. Boy, she's above the law. Well, that's the kind of person who I hope goes down as this investigation of Uranium One widens. Looks like James Comey got himself in a whole pack of horse manure. Yeah, because finally the unredacted Russian report came out over this last week, and boy, he got himself his panties intertwined, caught himself lying on the Mike Flynn issue. This guy ought to hire a bank of attorneys. He's going to go down. He's going to be a scapegoat. Just you watch. And he was backing the Clintons. Why? He was backing Obama. Why? Because he wants to be even greater than he is. It's the ever fever for power and control over people's lives, not just the money. These guys are so thirsty and hungry. It's unbelievable. Really, it is. So he's in a whole bunch of trouble, and he's going to go down too. Hope he goes down hardcore. And Robstein goes down, Robertstein or Robinstein or Frankenstein, whatever his stupid name is. And Mueller, federal judge, finally got it right. Said his team is lying, trying to target Trump. Come on, man, the judge says. Come on, man. Mueller, come on, man. That's exactly what the judge said. Federal judge on Friday harshly rebuked special counsel Robert Mueller's team. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? What the heck is wrong with you? Have you ever heard a judge talk like that? Come on. Seriously? Yeah. Got himself in all kinds of trouble. That's what he did. Check it out. So Friday, he gets his butt fried in court during a hearing for ex-Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort, who isn't the cleanest guy in town. There's no doubt about that. But suggesting they lied about the scope of the investigation, are seeking unfettered power and more interested in bringing down the president. That's what this judge, a federal judge that was appointed by, I believe, Obama. You don't really care about Manafort. U.S. District Judge, Federal Judge T.S. Ellis III told Mueller's team, you really care about what information Manafort can give you to lead to Mr. Trump and a possible impeachment or whatever. Ellis demanded to see the unredacted scope memo, a document outlining the scope of the special counsel's Russian probe that congressional Republicans have also sought. The hearing where Manafort's team fought to dismiss an 18-count indictment on tax and bank fraud-related charges takes a confrontational turn, as it was revealed that at least some of the information in the investigation derived from an earlier Justice Department probe in the U.S. Attorney's Office for the East District of Virginia. Come on, man, the judge says. No. You got something on Manafort, go for it. You can't use that stuff to make, find, and hunt and fish. You see, guys, we have law in this country. And let me tell you the sequence of how it's supposed to work. Our country says that if a crime was done, first off, you got to have a crime to investigate people. You have to have a crime, okay? It's called, there has to be a crime. Harm has to be done somewhere to somebody or something. And then you put your investigation team together and you start trying to find out who did that crime. And then when you find out names of who did that crime, then you interview them, or you bring them to grand jury, or you do a lot of things. But first you have to have a crime. A crime has to be stipulated, it has to be done. In America, not like Europe, you don't have to have a crime in Europe. They can investigate anybody they want anytime without a crime. Especially in China and Russia and Venezuela. These are dictator communist governments with leaders that will be there forever. Okay? You don't have to have a crime. In fact, something's going on in China right now. It's going to blow your friggin' mind that I'm going to talk about. I read it for the first time. It is scary because it's coming here. It's actually already here. It's in England too. But the way the Chinese are using it on their people, holy smokes. Oh my goodness. Scary stuff, guys. Science fiction coming true, and not the good science fiction. See, you can't have somebody that you decide, I don't like the way they drive their car, or I don't like the way their hair looks, or I don't like what they say, or I don't like their clothes, or I don't like their name, or I don't like the color of their skin. And they don't fit my agenda of how I think things should be. So we're going to investigate him and open up a wide array of investigation on him to see if we can find something that he did wrong or she did wrong. Now, put yourself in the shoes of the president. What if somebody knocked on your door and said, come with us? We're investigating you. Why? We're investigating you. Why? And you can't say why. And neither can they. We want to see if you're a part of this thing. What thing? This thing. Was there a crime? No. But we don't know if there was a crime. Well, why are you investigating me? Because we want to figure out if there's a crime. Well, there was no crime, so I shouldn't be investigated. No, we're going to investigate you to see if there was a crime. What crime? There's no crime. Well, we're going to investigate you and see if you did something wrong. For what? To who and to where? Well, we're going to take you in and we're going to talk to you and you have to talk to us. Why? I didn't do anything. Well, we don't know if you did anything, but we're going to find out if you did something. We don't know for sure. Do you see the logic of it all and the lunacy? It's called witch hunt. Thank you very much. Point made. Next. Okay. They should fire these guys. These horrible, horrible, horrible people. What's going on with the immigrants? It finally came to light to me. These illegal aliens, let's call them what they are. Criminals These illegal criminal aliens coming over our borders. I don't care if they're from Mexico, Central America, Russia, China, Indonesia, Asian. I don't care if they're reptilian from the middle of the earth or they're Phalons from Andromeda. I don't care. If they don't do it right, they don't get in. But they come across our border. We have a right to have borders. This is called the United States of America, not the United States of the world, the United States of America. That's what it's called. Okay? We have borders, like all countries. Oh, wow. I guess I just learned something, and maybe you did too. All countries have borders. Wow. What a friggin' concept I just learned at 57 years old. That all countries have borders. Well, why can't we have borders then? Did you not take civics? Oh, that's right. In the last 40 years, they don't teach civics anymore in our country. Wonder why that is. They don't want you to know. Okay. So, I figured it out. I read a story and I posted it up on Facebook.com/Jesse Truro. You might have to go back a little bit. You think this information that I get, I just make up off the top of my head. I wish I was so smart to be able to do that. Then I would be like worth at least 100 million. I'm far from that. In fact, I need a few $1,000. You want to let me borrow some money? You know, I'm going to start asking people for money because everybody asks me for money. Yeah. We have become a society of beggars. We have. And I'm going to start begging. Yeah, but my begging budget is going to be bigger than their begging budget. Yeah. So, look, the United States of America gives financial aid to Mexico, the country of Mexico, $320 million a year. Wait a second. Let me put my mind around this for a second. I got to put my mind around this for a second. $320 million a year. That's what we give Mexico. We were giving Iran business, and we were giving Iran nuclear technology, but we're giving Mexico also money of $320 million a year. Okay, I got to put my head around this. Maestro, I need some music. Thank you. Hit it. $320 million a year? Yeah. That's a lot of money. Is that a lot of money? Would you imagine? Did you know that Mexico gets $320 million a year? Not $32 a year, not $320, not $3,000, not even $300,000, not $1 million, not $32 million, no, not even $93 million, $320 million, $320 million. $320 million. $320 million going to Mexico every year into the pockets. Not the people, but the government in their pockets. And they're corrupt. So the cartels are getting it too. We give them weapons too. The last president did that. Remember Fast and Furious? Weapons. Now we give them money and weapons. And what do they give us? Avocados? Oh, hot sauce? Cinco de Mayo? So everybody gets drunk? Tequila? Dos Equis? That's what they give us? Yes? Hot sauce? Señoritas? That's what they give us? They give us coke, crack, methamphetamine, meth, heroin, opiates, marijuana, ooh. What else they give us? Death. Take our money away from you. Give it to them. Steal, rob and cheat. Kill our people. Go to jail. Get out. Break our laws. I don't like criminal, illegal aliens. Build the wall, Donald Trump. Build the wall. Make that wall tall. Build the wall. Donald Trump, yes. We'll keep the Central Americans out too. The ones that can't be here unless they're legal. Gotta piss you off if you came to this country legally. Yeah, gotta piss you off. Oh man, piss me off. I waited 5 years to come to this great nation, and someone walks across the border, and like one of our assemblymen here in the state of California just told us, an old family came across the border using fake ID and fake social security number. Felony! Oh Lord. Yeah, I think I got my head around that pretty good. Thank you very much. $320 million a year. Blows my friggin' mind. Can't understand what is wrong with our nation. Why are we doing that? I'm going to answer that question. I'm going to answer that question at the end of this show. I'm going to answer it. I'm going to answer the question. What is going wrong? Okay? So don't worry. I've got the answer. Hey, it's Jesse T. You're in the world according to Torero. I'm putting you straight on the spot today. Saying hi to Juan Carlos. Thanks a lot, Juan Carlos. Saying hi to Linda Fedek. Thank you, Linda Fedek, for having us on. Donnie Gibbs has us on. Thanks a lot, Donnie, on Facebook.com/Jesse Torero. Oh, that Smallville star. She confessed that she's been selling children to the Clintons and the Rothschilds. Well, she's definitely one of the leaders of that sex cult, Allison Mack. They should fry her. No pass go for that woman. Absolutely not. This is what's going on in China. This is going to blow you away, guys, because it's on the way here. This is what's going on in China, and it's actually very frightening what's happening in China right now. What's happening in China right now is they have 170 million cameras all around China, and they have something. I hope I can bring this up before the show ends, because I really wanted to talk about this. And because it's unbelievable what they're doing in communist, tyrannical government, dictatorship, China. It's really, really, really disturbing, because that stuff is going to be coming here to America. It's really already here. They just haven't allowed it to be going publicly. But it's kind of frightening. And I hope I can pick this article up before we leave each other, because I think you'll find this one really interesting. I sometimes forget where I post them up and what files that I put this stuff in. Let's see if I got there. Okay, let's see. Where's that? Where? Oh, don't tell me I didn't post it up. That is just too bad. So I'm going to have to talk about it. Okay, no problem. Look, this is what they're doing in China. They have something called, and this is what they have. They have something called society police. Oh gosh, I want to get this article up. I might postpone this so I can get the right article up for you. It's pretty devious and pretty crazy. It really is. Let me see if I put it on there. I may have put it on the front page of my timeline. Let's see if I put it there. No. Okay. I can't believe I didn't post this one up. That's pretty amazing. It's important. Okay, this is what they're doing in China. They have 170 million cameras. Their cameras have got software that they developed that they take pictures of everybody and how you act in society. They take all your credit information, all your birthing information, your work, kind of car you drive, everything. And they put it into this computer, this software. And this software then puts you in a category, different categories. And these categories then are put into the software that controls the cameras. So that when the cameras catch you in public, and they have 170 million cameras, when the cameras inevitably catch you in public, or the cell phones that the people are using that they tie into because they have the rights, communist nation, catch you in public, they follow you to see what you're doing. And so if you jaywalk, you're going to get a ticket or arrested for jaywalking because you jaywalked, and you may not even know you jaywalked. If you say the wrong things to somebody while having some latte, the camera's going to pick that up and hear it too, and you're going to get in trouble for that. If you act a certain way, don't act a certain way. If you go to certain rallies, if you don't go to certain rallies. If you read certain books, don't read certain books. If you do this or don't do that, it is totally Big Brother, Fahrenheit 451 all the way. And they perfected it. They're the first nation in the world to perfect this, which means this simply, and this is the frightening part. They have control over you now. Absolute 100% control. They know what you're going to do. They watch you, and then they grade you on your behavior, what you say, how many arguments you get in the public park with your girlfriend or your wife, how you treat your dog. All of this information is downloaded into this system. Now, if that doesn't scare the bejesus out of you, I don't know what does. London has more cameras in a major metropolitan city than anywhere. There are more cameras now than anywhere. If this stuff doesn't frighten you, then I don't know. If you don't believe that the New World Order is here, I don't know. China is a great experiment for the social elite, the elitists and the globalists of the planet. Because you see, with that kind of information, if you catch a cold, they know it. If you go and buy too much Excedrin, they know it. If you buy NyQuil, they know it. If you buy too many American products versus Chinese products, they know it. If you speak anything bad about the country, they know it. You see, that's scary. That's a tyrannical government. The only thing that keeps our government out of our hair, because we're living in a tyranny as well. There is no more republic, and there's no more liberty in this country. We're living in tyranny. Okay? Simple. But the only thing that protects us over any other nation on God's blue-green earth is the Second Amendment. That's it. And this is why they're doing everything they can, especially here in California, to deter people from buying weapons and firearms legally. Because if they can control and get rid of the Second Amendment over the next 100 years, it's long term, down goes America. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Howard Cosell will be turning in his grave. Down goes Frazier. Down goes America. It's the only thing that keeps them from instituting our camera system just like China. And that is frightening, because that is absolute public tyranny. And when that happens, we are no better than the communist dictatorship, Nazism, socialism, and fascism. And you don't want that. Keep your guns. Buy more. Buy Band-Aids and bullets legally. Learn how to shoot them, learn how to clean them, learn how to take care of them, and learn how to keep them safe. And teach your family, because you don't want them to turn our country into what China is. People disappear in China, even to this day. In Russia too, and Venezuela. They disappear, never to be seen again, just because they might be wearing a blue denim jacket that was made in Memphis, Tennessee, instead of Beijing, China. They're watching. Second Amendment. Here it is. This is why things are the way they are. The eons and eons of peons is you and me. Okay? Doesn't matter whether you're Republican or Democrat. It makes no difference. Or independent. Makes no difference. Right above that is you have the government, which controls the police state. Okay? You have the government. The government officials are then controlled by the corporations with money. The corporations are controlled by the banking industry with money. The banking industry by the insurance industry with money. The insurance industry is controlled by the IMF in Basel, Switzerland with money. The Basel, Switzerland, the IMF is controlled by the monarchy of England, the English monarchy, the Rothschilds, and the Rockefellers, and a few others with money and power and control. They are in turn controlled by one source, the Vatican, not the white pope, the dark pope. The dark pope is a Jesuit. The dark pope and the Jesuits control the world and dictate to the world through their minions how we should be. Don't ever give up your Second Amendment. Boom! The Jesse T Show tomorrow. Road tripping with Dan the Man. And we are catching the vibe. Thursday. Tony Boldy's checking in. Film producer, TV producer, musician, all around great guy, man. Lots of stuff. He's checking in tomorrow on Thursday. And on Friday, we got road tripping right here on the Jesse T Show. The Brown Beauty is off duty. You're straight on the point. Boom! See ya!